Alright, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another vlog. Today is a very special vlog because I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but I posted that around 6 months ago, last year, I dislocated my shoulder doing a sport called jiujitsu. One of the reasons why I came back to Senegal was to get surgery for that, because I ended up dislocating it multiple times after that because I was not being careful. The surgery ended up going well. I'm now 3 months off, 2 months into rehab, and now I'm starting to get myself back into physical activity. I'm also starting to go to a gym now. Well, today's my first day going to the gym. It's located in Dakar at the Olympic Club over there, and I think it's gonna be good for the overall rehab of my shoulder in terms of physical activity and getting my hand back in its range of motion. I'm super excited. I'm really anxious because I haven't been rolling with other jiu-jitsu practitioners as well, so this is going to be the first time in a long time, but hopefully things go well and I don't end up dislocating my shoulder again, because my mom said she won't have me come back home if my shoulder's dislocated again. I decided to walk instead of take a taxi because I have like an hour before the thing actually starts. So it's a nice walk. I haven't walked around here in a very long time. So I'm here at a friend's workplace called Brazil Burger. And it's 5:40 right now. I have to be there at 7:45. That's when it opens. So I decided to grab some food. Since I didn't eat at home, I decided to grab some food. With that, my friend, I was able to get a discount. Since he works here, I kind of just bought it in his name for half price, plus a Coke for 1,000. Pre-workout meal before jiu-jitsu training this evening. Here's the finished product. It literally took him 30 seconds to make this. He cooked it.
Do it again.
But, sorry. Alright, just left the restaurant. Now I'm headed towards the gym. Can't wait to start rolling, ladies and gentlemen. I believe I found the place. Okay, so it's got here, got changed, everything's good, and now we're about to start classes, lessons and stuff. Looking forward to that. Oh, this is the girls' side. I can't stay here. Shit! I gotta move. That's awkward. Seems like you're pretty spicy. And yeah, we're about to get some decent.
So I forgot to record the first 10-15 minutes of the video, which included the warm-ups, but right now we're focusing on passing the guard, so drills for passing the guard. I just now realized that I'm doing that very wrong. My left and right leg should be posted out closer towards his head. Anyway, right now also we're working on guard retention. So every time I pass his guard, he's going to position his hips away from him and put both his feet on my hips to stop me from passing the guard. So this is very common in jiu-jitsu, where you would drill for the first 30 minutes after warm-ups, certain positions and certain moves. The professor comes around to help with certain things as well, just clarifying on minute details, because jiu-jitsu is a very intricate sport or martial art, and you need to know the steps quite well before you can start, I guess, improvising on way to do different things. So right now, my partner Bill is working on guard passing by throwing my lead leg over, going on to knee on belly, and then following through to side control. This can go on for anywhere between 30 to an hour of drilling. You switch positions and you switch sides, and you do it till you feel comfortable, and you also get input from the professors around. So it's my turn right now. I had a little bit of trouble at first getting used to it because of the hand coordination. My leg is still out of place right here, but I mean, I was very excited for today, so I give myself a pass for that. So soon we're going to transition to where he's going to teach us a move, and this move comes from side control, where he's going to control the opponent from the side and grab what we call a Kimura Grip. So from this position, he grabs a Kimura Grip and shows us different moves, different locks that we can do to be able to get the tap from the opponent. The first one is a triangle that's found on the head. You're gonna see him tap with his feet right there. The second one would be a wrist lock right there. So he's gonna push his wrist and get the tap right there. And then the other one is gonna be a transition to a Kimura Grip from lifting up his body and then moving the hand forward. So going on forward, we're going to go to sparring. My first sparring, as you can see, the guy grabs me over there because I was looking for a partner. He is a 2-year blue belt, so he has experience over me, but we're gonna go ahead and jump straight into it. So as we begin, I managed to get an underhook on the right side, and he's trying to pass my guard on the left side, but I do a good job at keeping him in front of me. I do realize though that he's very aggressive and he's trying to get my side very hard, but I use my left hand to kind of like post on his waist and keeping him away from me, and also making sure that my legs are in his way to get to my side. He does a really good job at like maintaining my foot, as you can see with his underhook, which is blocking it and essentially making it useless. Every time I bring it around, he just pushes it back. But at this point, he shoves my knee away and manages to get kind of like a north-south position, but not completely because I still have my knee in there. We transition to where we're kind of struggling now. My knee's still in there and he's trying to get them out. I think at this point we like bump into our opponents behind us, so we have to reset. Keep in mind that a lot of these terminologies you guys might not know. That's okay. I've learned them recently as well. So if you're interested in more, I can make a video on that as well. So we restart again. I realize my positioning is very bad. And because of that, he manages to get my back, which is a very big move in jiu-jitsu, and right now he's kind of like balancing, kind of figuring out what he wants to do. The position I'm in is called a turtle. You don't want to be in there for too long because that happens. He gets my back and I wasn't able to guard my neck fast enough, and he manages to sink in his hand and goes in for a modified guillotine choke and gets the tap from me. That was very annoying, but there's nothing much I can do, so we jump right back into it. So right now he's got his butterfly guard and I'm on my toes right now. I need to be completely seated down so that he can't sweep me. But we go back into a scrabble, and I'm trying to get on top of his legs right now. I'm trying to put the pressure on. So I fiddle around a lot. So he gets on his feet and starts using his feet to try and trip me. I'm pretty confident about my stand-up grappling and guard passing, so for me it wasn't too bad. But he was doing a very good job of keeping the distance between my head and his body very far. At some point, I think it's right now, he feels very comfortable and tries to pull me in, but I make sure to be on top of him as well. Brings me forward, but that puts him in a bad position and I'm able to spin around. I end up in his guard, which isn't the best, but it's all right. I think we ended up bumping heads there, so I apologized. You can't see from this position, but I have my shoulder like really driving into his face right now, which is very annoying, but it's also good because I need to get out of his closed guard right now. So that's what I'm trying to do. I don't do it in the correct way. I should have posted my left hand on his hip before putting my knee on his knee right there. And as you can see right now, I'm trying to work his arm behind his head to be able to do a move. I apologize for the people coming in here. I wasn't able to do that because I forgot that my positioning wasn't the best. He still had me in a half guard, so my right foot was completely out, but my left foot was being held by his. Right now he brings his foot up to kind of like pressure me to get off and out of him, but as soon as I try to get my left foot out, he kind of like hooks it with his right foot, which makes it really annoying. And at that point I was going for the submission, but I wasn't able to get it. So my next opponent is from France. I believe her name is Charlotte. She had a really good butterfly guard defense, and she got me that from the beginning, actually. So since this was my first time in a very long time rolling, I forgot a lot of basics of, for example, getting rid of the legs before I can go for the mount. Like as you can see right there, her butterfly leg is hooking mine and it's close to my chest, which makes it virtually impossible for me to get anything. I need to get that out of the way, but I'm more focused on her hands, and she just like tips me over. Whatever. It's just the fun of it. At this point, I end up in a good sort of position. I'm in kind of like her half guard, and I've got a good underhook on her neck, and I'm kind of fighting for her elbow right now to kind of get like a Americana, but she has my right leg, so that makes it virtually impossible. I try and fight it out, but I think at this point we end up flipping into her full guard. It's gonna skip there because I didn't record this properly. I was too excited. So as we flip right there, she's gonna go into a Z guard form where she has one of her foots that's really like in front of my my waist, and from there she transitions into a full guard, and that's me stacking her, like applying pressure with my shoulder onto her chin so that I can loosen the grip on her legs, but that doesn't work out well. She ends up getting my back, and from here she's totally in control. I stay in the turtle position for way too long. My hips are also up in the air, which they shouldn't be, because it allowed her to get her hooks in. And as you can see in a bit, she's going to grab my arm and kind of like levy forward and kind of get me in a armbar, but I'm able to spin out of it quite elastically. Doesn't matter though, because we end up back in her guard. And here my mistake was putting my hands in her armpit instead of on her forearms, because it allows for better control. And anyway, from this position, she's able to get me into a triangle choke because I tried to protect myself or try to get out of her guard with one hand, leaving the triangle choke very open. My next opponent was not easier as well. He's a 3-year blue belt and he weighs 500 times more than me. Not 500 times more than me. He gets me in a north-south position, gets the nice chicken wing arm or Kimura lock on me right there, and he's basically doing what we did in class, which is what's supposed to happen. And he's having fun with me right there, kind of going slow and everything, making sure I don't get hurt. And then he just flips me over for a armbar as well, but this time I managed to hook his thigh and try to bring my head up and twist into him, but he sees that coming and just flips his foot over, and then from there I'm in a bad position. There's nothing I can do. He just slowly but steadily pulls my arm out, just really gently. It's just, yeah, nothing much to say there. He ends up getting the tap on me. Very unfortunate, but it is what it is. I was happy that I was able to roll once again. Why I didn't record here, but my audio wasn't working here. I was basically saying how the class is over. I had fun. I rolled with 3 blue belts. I got absolutely smashed. That's completely normal in jiu-jitsu, and I can't wait to come back and do it again. Peace.
Merci beaucoup. Merci à toi.
T'as un kiff maintenant? Okay.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Okay, so class just finished here at Book Jiu-Jitsu. It was a great time. I met some really cool people. Like I came in here with the mindset that I'd at least be able to submit some people. That did not happen at all. I rolled with three blue belts and I got absolutely trashed by all of them. I think we did 10 to 15 minutes of sparring. We learned some new techniques and I just absolutely got smashed. But that's to be expected. Jiu-jitsu is a sport where if you spend little to no time doing anything, you will not get anything out of it. So right now, I'm gonna see if I can get transport back home because it's really late.